Good morning, students. Today I would like to explain the methods of measurement. Before starting the methods of measurement, I will briefly explain what is measurement. In engineering, the measurement is defined as the act or the result of a quantitative comparison between the unknown quantity and the predefined standard, that is nothing but a known quantity. The unknown quantity which we want to measure is called the measurand, and the predefined standard is having the value which we already know. Okay, so the unknown quantity and the known quantity, they are compared, and result of that comparison is called the measurement. So this is the definition of the measurement. Next, going briefly into the methods of measurement. It is broadly classified into two methods. One is a direct method, another one is a indirect method. So the difference between these two methods: in direct methods, the unknown quantity is the measurand which we want to measure, that is measured directly. No comparison is made. Directly, the instrument is connected to the unknown quantity and the measurement is done. So direct measurement is done in the direct methods, and in indirect methods we will do some type of comparisons. We do not directly measuring the unknown quantity. We will measure some other quantity, and with the help of some formulas we are going to measure the unknown quantity. So let us start the method in detail. First, we'll start with the direct methods. So, in direct methods, the unknown quantity is measured directly. So, example of direct measurement method is like measurement of current through ammeter, measurement of voltage through voltmeter, measurement of resistance through ohm meter, measurement of power through wattmeter. So here we are directly measuring the unknown quantities by using the measuring instruments, and the measuring instrument will give us the directly the reading of the measurand. Like ammeter will directly indicate the value of the current flowing in the circuit. The voltmeter, it will directly give us the value of voltage across the conductor. So measuring instrument, it is directly giving the readings of the unknown quantity. So these are the various examples of direct measuring methods. Okay, so that was the direct measuring methods. Next, the direct methods, they are also further classified into two types. One is a deflection method and another one is a comparison methods. In the examples, we see that we are taking the examples of ammeter, voltmeter, ohm meter and wattmeter. So when we see the instruments, we have a pointer in it. So the result of the measurement, like the current, voltage, they are indicated by the deflection of the pointer, Suppose we are measuring the current. So this is our suppose we are measuring the current. We are having one conductor. Okay, so to this we are connecting the instrument ammeter in series to the conductor. So, and if you measure if you are measuring the voltage, we are connecting the voltmeter in parallel to the conductor or across the conductor. So whatever the voltage is there across this conductor, that will be indicated by the deflection of a pointer. over a calibrated scale. Okay, so these type of methods we are called as an deflection methods, where a pointer is deflected over a calibrated scale, and by reading the pointer we are going to get the result of the measurement. Okay, these are the type of direct deflection methods, whereas there are some other methods in will do some comparisons. Okay, okay, here what we are doing, this is the unknown EMF, unknown EMF, known EMF, standard EMF. So we are trying to calculate the EMF of the unknown by comparing it with the known EMF. By comparing it with the known EMF, this is called as the comparison method. So here the unknown quantity, it is measured by comparing it with the known quantity. So this type of deflection method where the pointer is deflected, and second type of the direct method is the comparison method. Okay, these are the two types of direct method. Let us go to the definition of the deflection methods. So the definition of the deflection method, these are in which the value of the unknown quantity is measured by the help of the measuring instrument, which will have a calibrated scale, and this calibrated scale means the selection or the points on the scale are predefined and they are standard. Okay, so we are having the calibrated scale. We are having the calibrated scale and we are having the divisions over it. We are having the divisions over it, and these divisions already calibrated, and then we have a pointer, and whenever this measuring instrument is connected in a circuit, then it will deflect the pointer on this calibrated scale, indicating the value of a unknown quantity, so directly value is indicated. This value is started from 0 to 10. If we'll have various divisions, so we can directly read the value of the measurement from this scale. Okay, now here the pointer is deflected, so that it is why we call it as an deflection methods. Okay, the other type is the comparison method. So in comparison methods, we have the value of the unknown quantity. It is determined by the comparison which is done between the standard quantity and the unknown quantity. So whenever suppose an example is given, when we are measuring the unknown EMF of a cell by comparing it with the known EMF of a standard cell, okay, which is called as the comparison method. Now these are the two types of direct methods like deflection and comparison methods, and comparison method is again classified into two types: null comparison method and the differential comparison methods. In null comparison methods, suppose we are measuring two quantities. We are measuring the unknown quantity with the known quantity, and this measurement is done by the nullifying the effect of the unknown quantity. Suppose let us take the example of an measuring the resistance, okay, by using the Wheatstone bridge. For Wheatstone bridge, we are having the four arms. In that, one arm is unknown resistance and other three arms are the known resistance. In that, what we are doing is we are balancing the resistance by by using the galvanometer. If galvanometer is not showing anything, the pointer is not deflecting, means the two ratios P by Q is equals to the R by S, then we call it as, and we are nullifying the ratio. When the ratio of the resistance are equal, so this unknown resistance is measured by nullifying the counter effect, means we are having the null deflection in it, and we are these values by comparing it with other three unknown quantities. So that is a type of the null comparison method, and the other type is the differential methods. Find out the difference between the two quantities. So here we write the definition of the null methods. So null methods, the action of the unknown quantity upon the instrument is reduced to zero by counteraction of the known quantity of the same kind. Okay. Like other example, when we are measuring the weight by the balancing, okay, so here in balancing, one side we have the unknown weight and other side we have the known weight, and here in between we will have a pointer, okay. When this pointer will be on the means on the straight line, that means that unknown weight and known weight, they are equal to each other. So here the action of unknown weight upon the instrument, it is reduced to the counter action, and the other known quantity which is of the same kind. Here we are having the weight on both sides. When the unknown quantity is equal to the known quantity, then pointer will be the straight. It will not be deflected on the other side. Either on the left or the right side will not be deflected. So this is the type of the null method. Now going to the indirect methods. So indirect methods, they are used in those places where the direct measurement is not possible. So indicating we are doing the measurement, we are not going directly measuring the unknown quantity, we will measure some other quantity, and then that quantity will have some empirical relationship, some formula is related between the two quantities. So directly we are measuring the quantity. And these indirect methods, we already know that unknown quantity is determined by measuring the functional relationship between the quantity and then calculating the desired quantity rather than measuring it directly. So it is taken example. Suppose we want to measure the resistance of a conductor. Resistance of a conductor. Okay, so this is a conductor and we want to measure the resistance. We directly measure the resistance. So directly we are not able to find the resistance. So what we'll do first, we'll calculate the current over it. With the help of the ammeter, and we are going to calculate the voltage. Voltage, and then we are going to connect the battery over it. battery. So to calculate the resistance, first we are calculating the current, that is I, and we are calculating the voltage by using the voltmeter and by using the Ohm's law. What is the Ohm's law? V is equals to IR. So R is nothing but V by I. V by I. So voltage readings we have taken, and we have taken the current readings. So first then form the table in that first in which voltmeter readings and then ammeter readings. Then we'll divide the voltage by current, and then we'll get the resistance readings, and then we will calculate the average of those readings, so that will be the we'll get the resistance of the conductor. So what we are doing is we are measuring the resistance, not directly. We are measuring the voltage and current, and which are functionally related to the resistance through the formula ohm meter. So these are the different types of the methods of measurements. In that, methods of measurement is broadly classified into two types: direct methods and indirect methods. And direct methods is further classified into two types: deflection and comparison methods. These comparison methods is furtherly classified into two types: null methods and differential methods. Okay, so which we these are the various types of measurements about which we have studied in this video. Thank you.